my lovely people, welcome back to my channel. I greet you according to your time and the time you are seeing this video. We are still on the gist from the palace of Ooni of Ife. Information reaching us right now is that some elders blasted and disgraced Olori Ronke over what he said concerning the Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi. You know that sometimes, it's not even sometimes, Ronke is always against the king, going after Queen Naomi. But initially, he was pretending, making the king believe that she is in support of his move to reconcile with Queen Naomi. And you do know that among the elders, there are some people who are still pro-Naomi and some anti-Naomi. As in some people who support Queen Naomi's return to the palace, and some of them is against Queen Naomi's return to the palace. Maybe some of them that are against Queen Naomi's return are those ones that are from Ashley's side or those ones from Ronke's side, And Ronke is fond of claiming that because she's a daughter of the soil, because she's from Ile-Ife kingdom, that things will always fall in places for her, that the king have to do things according to the way she wants it, just because she's from Ile-Ife kingdom, forgetting that Queen Naomi is the first wife and the, most legal wife of the king. That Ronke, according to the information we heard, they said they are Ife wives. Yes. They came into the king's life as a result of some manipulations by some elders. Yes, so that is what it is, So the way she is fighting Queen Naomi, sometimes she tends to forget that the king still have superior power over her and over certain situations. So from what we are hearing, they said Ronke was before some elders, and unlucky for her, some of these elders, or most of the elders, are those ones that really want Prince Tadenikawo back to his father's house, Then they said Ronke was busy saying that, Ronke wanted to say, talk to the elders about the king and said that the king have no shame, that he is going after a woman who doesn't want him in his life, in her life. That the woman have gone on social media to embarrass him, to disgrace him, to always tell him that, look, I don't want you. But because he have no shame, because he doesn't know who he is, that he is always going after the same woman. And when they asked Ronke, who is this woman? They said, she said it is no other but Queen Naomi. And they said the elders were like, is this woman really okay? Have she forgotten that this same Queen Naomi that we are talking about happens to be the mother of Prince Tadenikawo? It's true that initially some elders we are not happy about how Queen Naomi went to her Instagram page to divorce Ooni on social media, But the king, whom was disgraced according to Ronke, did not take it that personal. He did not see it as a very big crime, because if he really sees it that way, he wouldn't be going after Queen Naomi, begging her to return back to him, But he kept doing it. They said the elders were not happy at all. The mood, as in, it simply shows them all the people have been talking about, that the wives have no respect for the king. They said the way they shunned Ronke, the way they blasted her, and told her that, look, you don't have any respect. That, do you realize that you are talking to the Onirisha, the king of the Azin? They said the way they asked her question, she was like, I don't know. They told her that you don't have a single respect for the king, and for that particular reason, that you have to do as the king say. Because the main reason for the gathering was just for the wives to leave the palace and the wife not to leave the palace. They said that Ronke have made it clear to the elders, as he was a kind of complaining to the elders that Queen Naomi got a pastoral post in Singapore, that the king will not let her go. That is always disgracing himself before ordinary Queen Naomi. They said the elders were not happy, especially about the tone that Ronke was using to talk about the king. They told the Ronke that, first, you don't have respect for your husband. 2, you don't have respect for the king. 3, the woman that he is going after is his wife. and the love of his life. And if that is where his happiness lies, that you have no right whatsoever to tell him who to go after or who not to go after. As a matter of fact, it simply explains to us how you people have been managing in the palace. It simply means that the king has been enduring a whole lot of things. They said Ronke really embarrassed herself before the elders, thinking that she is out to disgrace the king, Ooni of Ife, not knowing that she was busy disgracing her own self. But they said the elders, they gave it to her the way she never imagined. As a matter of fact, from what we heard though, they said that the elders also concluded that Ronke must leave that palace as long as that is the king's decision, you know. Because from the way Ronke is talking, it simply means that they are trying to force the king to do their biddings instead of them doing what the king said that they should do for Prince Tadenikawo to return back to the palace. Because it simply means that Ronke is fighting Prince Tadenikawo's return to his father's house. Because at this point, they said the elders are not even concerned about whether Queen Naomi is coming back or not. That the main person they are talking about here is the king's son, the only son of the king, that Ronke is fighting not to come back to his father's house. Because that is what it is at this point. In as much as everybody is saying Queen Naomi this, Queen Naomi that, the main bone of contention here, according to the elders, is Prince Tadenikawo. And the only son for that matter, at the king's age and everything, he needs to have his son by his side. And considering how many years it took him to get this son, and all that he passed through to get the son, then women are now fighting. Ordinary women that he married with his own money are now fighting the boy's return to his father's house. The elders made it clear, according to what we are hearing allegedly, because I will always remind you that all that we are sharing here with you, they are all alleged information because we do not live in the palace. They said that when the elders noticed the manner in which Ronke has been speaking of the king, they were disappointed in Ronke, such that they told her to her face that you don't have manner of approach. You don't respect your king. You don't respect your husband. How can you talk about your husband, the king of this land, in such a manner before the elders? If you can talk about him before the elders like this, what happens when it is just the two of you? It simply means that you'll be treating her as if he is your house boy or one of the palace guards. You can imagine that. And that is how God of Queen Naomi is fighting for her. Because Ronke might be pretending before now, but the way she talked about the king in the presence of the elders have explained a whole lot of things to the elders. And lucky enough, they are those ones who are not supporting her in her evil deed. Those ones that she's giving out money to support her. So guys, I just saw this and I thought I should come and share with you. Don't forget that they're all alleged information, okay? Please subscribe to my channel if you're yet to subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. Give this video a thumbs up and share it. My God will bless you. Bye for now. Love you guys.